Welcome, ladies and gents, back to the 3L channel where we live and learn by listening. Thanks so much for giving me a little piece of your day today. We got some things, some topics to discuss. Little housekeeping right here on the 3L channel. Be sure to stay tuned. It's all coming right up. Thanks again, 3L family, for lending a listening ear. We have a few things on the agenda today, a few topics, and I jotted them down because my memory is terrible. I've had some things for some time now that I've been wanting to share with you and talk to you about regarding the channel. Little maintenance, little housekeeping that needs to be done. I consider you guys, the 3L community, as a beautiful garden. I always have, and it's you guys that make the channel. This channel wouldn't exist. It would not, if it didn't have an audience, there would be no point of it, right? So you guys make the channel, and I consider, as I said, you guys are a beautiful garden. But any garden still needs some maintenance, right? It still needs to be tended to here and there, because as beautiful as a garden is, there is still going to be some things to threaten it. Mother Nature, weeds that grow and try to entangle themselves into the garden. You just have to tend to it. Thankfully, I have a community where this hardly ever needs to happen. But as you know, as the community begins to grow, new people are coming in, not really knowing me personally, not knowing much about where I stand with things, how I operate, my history, none of that. And so I encourage all of you, if you are new here to the channel, I done some short videos. I think I split it up in two parts, where it was a Q&A. Okay, people sent in their questions. They wanted to know certain things about me. But if you just go into YouTube, type in my name, okay, type in my name and Q&A, it should pop up. And I highly encourage you to do that, because a lot of things that you may not have known before will be answered on that Q&A series. I highly recommend that you go back to those videos. But in short, first of all on the agenda is, I appreciate all of you sending in your thoughts and prayers regarding the condition of my grandfather. He did pass. I believe it was last Thursday evening or Friday. I believe it was when this occurred. I had just went to see him in the hospital. He was on bed rest, and his condition was worsening. He would be in and out of coherency. Some of the family was gathered there, and we would just talk to each other while we allowed him to sleep. And he was very tired, and from the effects of the morphine and everything, to keep the pain at a comfortable level. But yeah, there was too much fluid buildup and other issues that were going on. And shortly after me and my daughter left, we were there for about several hours, and we got the phone call that he had passed in his sleep. So thank you for all of your thoughts and prayers and emails and comments that you left with me on that. Just a lot of different things going on, and so I've kind of been absent and trying to recoup from my own sickness as well. So I thank you all for that. On another note, requests. So many of you new ones that are coming in, you'll find that a lot of requests that I'm getting, me and my moderator have talked this over, and a lot of requests that we're getting, I've already reacted to. A real quick way to check and see, just type my name in the search bar of YouTube. It's really simple. Just type in my name plus the name of the song, and chances are I've already reacted to it. And this is for the new ones that are not, if you haven't accessed my playlist on my YouTube channel homepage, you will see a section where it shows, community, playlist, whatnot. Just choose the appropriate tab, click on it, and you'll see my entire playlist of songs. And if it's too much for you to scroll through and search, just do a general search on YouTube with my name and the name of the song. And that's going to save us both a lot of time. On another note, when it comes to requests, I am no longer taking any new requests for the brothers, and here's the reason. Here's where we're at now. Okay, I have covered all the main hits and popular tracks from the brothers. They're on my playlist, they're on my channel, you can check them out. And then we're moving into some of the more obscure things, and because of that, I'm not taking any more requests. Now, don't be sad, don't fret, because there's plenty more that are still on my list. I am going to continue to tackle the rest of the ones that are on my list, and me and my moderator are going to go through, and up to this date, okay, up to this time, okay, even some of the new requests, we're going to cover those. So any songs that are still on my lists of requests, I will take care of those as well. Thank you for your understanding on that. But I've done a very thorough, I think I've done a more in-depth dive into the brothers catalog of music than probably most any other reactor on YouTube. I don't know that for sure, so don't quote me on this, but if you can find a reactor that has covered more catalog on the brothers than I have, I'd be interested to know what that channel is, because I've covered at least 350 plus songs, interviews, and other material, the major hits that everybody gravitates towards. That being said, let me move on. Okay, final topic that I'd like to discuss: trolls and black holes. Well, according to the internet here, internet troll is anyone who intentionally posts comments online to upset others. We've seen this time and time again. They post anonymously or under a fake name. Inflammatory or offensive comments. They discredit, humiliate, or punish others. They encourage others to join in on the vicious attack that they're making. Get this, they say things they don't actually even believe. So their whole purpose is just to initiate drama, to stir up the pot, to stir up trouble. Unfortunately, I've seen that even in this beautiful garden of mine. And it's time to pull the weeds. It's time to, I would rather have quality than quantity on my channel. And if I have to thin out the garden, I will. You will unsubscribe, and if you don't, I will unsubscribe for you. I have this beautiful thing, it's called a YouTube Studio. I can see any comment, anytime. Anytime a new comment is posted, it doesn't matter if it's on an old video like 3 years back. If you post a comment, and don't think you can hide by putting it as a reply underneath someone else's comment. All right, I don't care if it's part of 25 replies. I'll still be able to see it. I get a notification on my phone each time a new comment pops up. And so I see all of your comments. Whenever you post a comment, here comes a notification on my phone, and I see it. We're not having drama on the 3L channel. I don't stand for it. And another thing, a few nice little options I have at my disposal, and my moderator has as well, is that we don't have to simply just block a person completely from the channel. An even better solution is another option that I have where I can hide your comment so that no one else can see it. But on your end, you post the comment, it looks like it's there, and on your end you can see that your comment has posted. But for everyone else, it's invisible. And so you know what that does? That helps me, because any additional interaction, any additional comment that's made, whether it's positive or negative comment, that doesn't matter. It helps the statistics of my channel. If there's more interaction going on my channel, more comments and replies being made, that helps YouTube to recommend my videos more often to other people out there. So all you're doing is helping me, whether your comment's good or bad. And in the meantime, I can hide your comment so that only you see it and no one else sees it. And this is what I mean by trolls and black holes. A black hole, as I explained on my Q&A, scientists even say that a black hole, not even light itself can escape it. You get even light in close proximity to a black hole, it swallows it up. And this is a perfect breeding ground for these types of things. When you see that someone is trolling, just throwing out some comments just to attract attention, that's what it does. It pulls you in. If you're a hardcore fan of a certain band and then they are totally degrading them or just talking shit, okay, it pulls all these people in. And the best weapon that you have in your arsenal, I told you this before, the best weapon you have is to ignore them. Because if they're trying to stir up all this drama and then nobody's replying to them, even joining in, if they act like they're invisible or that they don't exist, then it shuts them down completely. That's the best weapon you've got, is to totally ignore these people. When you make bashing statements about the Brothers, because I'm gonna use the Brothers as an example because that's the band I like to highlight on my channel. It's one of my favorite bands, okay? And I put a lot of emphasis on the Brothers. So when I get comments in the comment section, when you are bashing one of the Brothers and yet you say you love the band, the Bee Gees, you are full of shit. It doesn't even make sense. How can you love the Bee Gees but yet hate one of the Brothers? Or wish that one of the Brothers was a solo artist? They're not a solo artist. They're a band. And the magic happens when they're all three operate as one. This is why Barry said on multiple interviews that the moment that Mo passed away, they were no longer the Bee Gees. And Barry wasn't trying to say that Mo is what made them the Bee Gees. That's not what he was saying. He's saying that one of the members were no longer there. So it dismantled the band because it took all three. It's like a person's body who has an amputated leg. Okay, they're not a fully functioning working body. One of the members of their body has been taken from them. So they're not a full functioning body. That's what Barry was trying to say. The moment that Mo passed, they were no longer the Bee Gees. Okay, so if you are trying to split them up, separate them, talk a bunch of garbage about one of the Brothers, but say that you're a fan of the Bee Gees, I don't buy that. And you can take your nonsense to somebody else's channel because I'm not going to have it on mine. I'm done with that. If you're a Barry only fan, get out of here. If you're a Robin only fan, get out of here. I don't need you because all you're trying to do is cause division in the trio. Yes, the Brothers weren't perfect and they had their little demons that they fought and they had, their little sibling rivalries, but it seems like there's many of the fan base who makes things worse or over exaggerates things. They divide the Brothers more than the Brothers divided themselves. So that being said, it's probably time to move on. Thanks so much for hearing me out on this. This is not for everybody. It's just for the minority that thinks that they can just start up a bunch of drama. It ain't gonna happen on 3L. So pack up your suitcases and get out. Until next time, folks, take care. God bless.